Okay, Assalamualaikum and good morning to all the panelists and also participants. This is our second webinar for personal and professional development. And we are honored today to have three eminent speakers for the first forum, that is a forum on NSR and career advancement. Okay, what we're going to do is the first, we will start with first panelist who will give the lecture. And the first panelist is Datuk Dr. Muhammad Khairi Yakub. Datuk Khairi is the Chief Executive Officer for Malaysian Medical Council. He's a very experienced person to talk about this. He graduated from UKM in 1982 and he did his master in public health and further did his bachelor in law in UITM. And he had a long record of experience in MMC, in MOH, okay, and he has been involved in the international forum and responsibility as well. And I'm very happy to give the platform to Datuk Khairi. The platform all yours to start with the first topic for today.
Thank you, Prof. Nolaila, sorry. Sorry to all the audience. Ada some technical problem tadi to sign in. Anyway, thank you juga UKM Postgraduate Studies for inviting me to share some ideas ataupun thoughts with regards to the personal and professional development seminar today. So, okay, I think we go straight away. The next slide, please. Okay, before I start, I would like to congratulate all of you. I was told that the audience are mainly from year 3 and year 4, so you are almost there. This is a new professional world in medicine that you are now walking into. That's called the specialty world. It is it is a very highly regulated profession. So either you want to thank yourself and congratulate yourself for stepping into a very highly regulated profession. Before you were a houseman, then fully registered. Okay, you have been very loyal, very ethical, and now you are in the professional world soon. And I will talk roughly what the areas that you will cross before you can practice as a specialist. And as you know, MMC is the regulatory body, and these are the provisions of the law. All medical registrations is actually backed by law. So administratively, we are bound by this, by the boundaries of the laws. Number one, no person shall be, the name will be entered in the register, shall practice. Meaning to say, anybody who practices without their name in the register, the NSR, you are committing a crime. And not just that, you can also be subject to our disciplinary action. So even though you have your APC, you may have your degree, but if your name is not in the register, you're committing 2 offenses. Number one, it could be criminal. Number two, it is definitely ethical. Next, please. And who is entitled to be registered? Okay. Please pay attention to this. 14B is the one that stipulates the conditions before one can be registered with the MMC. I think one it's no problem because all of you have been fully registered. All right. I don't know about the foreign students in the universities, that has taken in. I'm sure this has also been settled. Yeah. You have to be fully registered, and you have to show proof to the council. Number two, you have attended specialized training in that specialty, in a recognized training area. So in UK, in PPUM, I think no problem because, sorry, in UKM there's no problem because you in a recognized licensed HEP, higher education provider. He holds a recognized specialized qualification. Again, this is no problem because it has been accredited by MQA and also recognized by MMC. Okay, and this part is important also. He has proven to the satisfaction of council that he's fit and of good character. So for those who have any disciplinary problem, court cases, criminal problems, you may not be registered if they are proof against they are proof against you. Yeah. So for overseas applicants, we usually take the letter of good standing. Yeah. Or there is no nil report from the our partners, our regulatory bodies from other countries. Next, please. Okay. Under Regulation 2017, the regulation further describe how MMC evaluates our doctors, be it basic degree or specialist. There are two committees. Number one is the primary, evaluation committee for primary medical education. We call it JKP1 ataupun Jawatan Kuasa Penilaian 1, and the other is evaluation committee for specialist medical qualification or JKP2. Yeah, these are the bodies under in the law, that evaluates all applications, before it can be approved by MMC. So they recommend. But before they can recommend, there is a secretariat. So the age-old NSR body, this has been doing their work way before the law, Medical Act 1971 amended 2012. They've been doing the work. It is under the academy. But now, with the coming of the law, the information and all the, what shall I say, the processes and the fee it comes under MMC. So that's why you pay your fee for registration, 1,500. I will show you the what shall I say, the schedule, to MMC first. Okay, and then the secretariat in NSR will do the screening. Maknanya the screening, meaning to say, to see whether you have complied all that I've mentioned, plus the evaluation of the subspecialty that you are in, whether you have fulfilled it. For local program, it shouldn't be any problem. Shouldn't be a problem. It will be a smooth sailing. I think, unless number 4 tadi itulah, that is the fit and good character tadi itu. And then we have also the evaluation committee for specialist medical. Number 3 tadi, just sorry, the sub 3 tadi ni 23.3 ni, just to tell you just now lah, they will make recommendation for the council. If the council did not endorse the JKP2's recommendation, then you cannot be registered. So you will not receive the letter from me to say that we have approved your regulation. And then the other one is that the council may also refuse. Okay, this is the powers of the committees. Please, next. Next, please. Okay, this is a structure. Of course, MMC attached to. Then we have JKP1, JKP2, as I mentioned, and JKP2 is assisted by 4 subspecialty committee. Yeah. So SSC1, SSC, yeah. So no, sorry, not 4. For local programs, there are about 100 and berapa ya? 89 programs. So banyak lah. Kalau public health, dia pergi public health punya. Okay. And the clinical, we go to the clinical discipline, for each different specialty. Next, please. Okay, this is a website. Be familiar with the website. Read through all the provisions. All right. And if you can see now, okay, if you can see now, the NSR is actually bawah MMC, as I told you. So the secretariat is doing it is actually legally they are contract workers under us. Next, please. Okay, criteria to be registered as a specialist. Yeah, these are some of the criteria. Yeah, and then for the general practices and also the specific. Yeah, I think this is you have to read through this lah. Yeah, I don't think by explaining here in this session can leave anything. Yeah, and imprint lah for now. Next, please. Okay, this is the procedure. It's rather long-winded procedure juga lah. Yeah, you apply through the website. Okay, and there's a link that actually you pay to MMC, and then after that, for those who from overseas lah, yeah, their certification, their any documentation needs to be verified by the what you call it, the primary source verification. But macam for local program, no problem lah. We accept it. This PSV is only meant for overseas, yeah. And then you have to show your certificate, your logbook, and whatever lah. And then the SSC will evaluate. Okay, the NSR will pass it to your respective SSC to evaluate all these facts. And then after that, the JKP2 will meet once a month, and they will either recommend or not recommend, or they can put conditions if they so wish. Yeah, and then after that, it is forwarded to MMC. Also, we meet once a month to either to endorse or not to endorse all the applicants punya, shall I say, application that has gone through JKP2. And then after that, we will inform you, yeah, in our official letter, and it can be printed out lah. Your e-certificate will be printed out, yeah? And it is valid under law. Next, please. Next, please. Okay. Next, please. As I told you about the primary source verification, this is mainly for overseas lah. Yeah. We have done this since 1st June 2020. Yeah. And then this also applies. Yeah, kalau because of your primary. Yeah, takut kalau ada if there is any foreign postgraduate they have joined in before the 1st June 2020, but when you apply for your specialty, you have to show proof that you have been registered. If your registration, although recognized, but from overseas, you have to get your PSV. Yeah. All right. Next, please. Okay, this is in the MMC's website. All right, about the PSV, all the details are there. For the PSV, you have to bore the fee yourself. Next, please. Next, please. Okay. This is very important, but mainly for foreign, non-Malaysians. Whoever wants to work in Malaysia by 1st March 2023, they must be registered or at least possess the NSR eligibility status. What is NSR eligibility status? This is mainly for clinical teachers lah, yeah, who wants to teach in the local universities. They must show that they are eligible. This is all meant for to ensure standards for the profession of medicine in Malaysia. Okay, but the details of the eligibility status is still under review because there's a lot of debate going on this matter, and we will update you once it has been firmed up by the council. Next, please. Okay, this another issue is on validity of registration. Okay, for those who have been registered, I think many of the specialists in the local universities, also in the practices, your certificate says that it is valid only for 5 years, all right, and it's due by 2022, all right. But when we review the law, the Secretariat review the law, you need amendment to the law before the renewal can be done. Yeah. So under this, because of this, I think why it has been overlooked before, I do not know. But the present Secretariat has reminded the council that the legal provision in the mother law needs to be there before we can impose anything. But for those who have been registered, even though your paper, your hard copy says that it has expired, for example, okay, in law, back to just now, yeah, for section 432, that once your name is in the register, you are able to register. You are able to practice legally. But the instrument to show that you are able to practice legally, this is what is under discussion right now. Yeah. Whether some say it is APC, but there is an argument. APC is only meant for full registration. Even you put conditions. Yeah. So this is now under discussion, and we will inform you of the latest thing. Next, please. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you again. If there's any question, I'm glad to answer. Thank you very much. Back to you, Prof.
Yeah, thank you very much, Datuk Khairi, for a very clear explanation.